Step into a world beyond imagination. Blood-red sands stretch to the horizon, punctuated by colossal rock sentinels. The air shimmers with an eerie, alien quality. Yet this isn't a scene from a distant planet. It's right here on Earth. Our homeworld harbors secrets more extraordinary than science fiction. Landscapes so bizarre they challenge our very perception of reality. From crystal caves that defy physics to lakes of bubbling lava, these otherworldly wonders blur the line between terrestrial and extraterrestrial. Prepare to embark on a journey to 15 places on Earth that look like they've been torn from the pages of an intergalactic explorer's journal. Each destination will leave you questioning whether you're still on familiar ground or have somehow slipped through a portal to another world entirely. Ready to explore the most alien terrain in the universe, right beneath our feet? Subscribe now to ensure you don't miss a single otherworldly discovery. Number 1. Wadi Rum, Jordan, the Valley of the Moon. Imagine stepping onto the surface of Mars. With towering cliffs that seem to touch the sky and vast, desolate plains of deep red sand stretching out endlessly before you. That's the feeling you get when you walk through Wadi Rum in Jordan. Known as the Valley of the Moon, this desert is like no other place on Earth. It's not just the color of the sand that makes it so surreal, but the entire atmosphere. The rock formations here are otherworldly, sculpted over millennia by wind and time into shapes that resemble the ruins of an ancient alien city. Standing here at sunset, with the sky turning hues of orange and purple, you might just forget that you're still on our planet. But what's even more incredible about Wadi Rum is the silence. There's an eerie, almost supernatural quiet that surrounds you, making it feel like you're on a distant planet, light years away from civilization. 2. Salar de Uyuni, Bolivia, the Mirror of Heaven. In the remote highlands of Bolivia lies the largest salt flat in the world, Salar de Uyuni. This vast expanse of white stretches over 10,000 square kilometers, creating a blindingly bright surface that seems to go on forever. But during the rainy season, this salt flat transforms into something almost magical. A thin layer of water covers the salt, turning the ground into a giant mirror. It reflects the sky so perfectly that the horizon disappears, creating the illusion that you're walking through the clouds. The effect is breathtaking and disorienting. At times, it feels like you're floating, suspended between two worlds. The mirror-like reflection of the sky, combined with the barren, endless landscape, makes Salar de Uyuni feel more like a portal to another dimension than a place on Earth. No wonder this place is often described as a photographer's paradise. But being there in person, standing in the middle of this vast mirror, is something that no picture can truly capture. 3. Namib Desert, Namibia, a Martian landscape on Earth. If there's one place on Earth that can truly make you feel like you've landed on Mars, it's the Namib Desert in Namibia. This is the oldest desert in the world, and its fiery red dunes, some of the tallest in the world, are constantly shifting, reshaped by the relentless desert winds. Walking here is like walking on another planet. The dunes stretch endlessly, their brilliant colors changing with the angle of the sun, from deep crimson in the early morning to a glowing orange at sunset. And then there are the dead trees of Deadvlay, standing eerily still in a stark, cracked white clay pan, surrounded by towering red dunes. The trees, long since dead due to the arid climate, appear frozen in time, like ancient sentinels guarding a forgotten alien world. The contrast between the bright red sand, the white clay, and the dark, twisted trees is so surreal, it almost feels like a scene from a science fiction movie. 4. Fly Geyser, Nevada, USA, nature's living work of art. Deep in the Nevada desert, something extraordinary rises from the ground. Fly Geyser isn't your typical hot spring. Over the decades, minerals from the geyser's scalding water have built up around the opening, creating a vividly colored cone-like structure that looks more like a spaceship than a natural formation. But it's the colors that make Fly Geyser truly otherworldly. The reds, greens, and yellows that cover the geyser's surface come from thermophilic algae, which thrive in the hot water. The constant spray of water from the geyser gives it an almost living appearance. as if this strange formation is slowly growing and evolving like an alien organism. It's a reminder that even in the most desolate places, nature can surprise us with its beauty and strangeness. Fly Geyser feels like a glimpse into an alternate reality, where the laws of nature work just a little bit differently than they do here on Earth. 5. Dal Ethiopia, the hottest, most toxic place on Earth. Dal in Ethiopia is not for the faint of heart. It's one of the hottest places on Earth, with temperatures that regularly exceed 50 degrees Celsius. But what truly sets Dal apart is its extreme landscape. Bubbling acid pools, toxic gases, and neon-colored geothermal formations make this place look more like a scene from a hostile alien planet than a spot on Earth. The ground is covered in vibrant hues of yellow, green, and orange, colors caused by the sulfur and other minerals that bubble up from the depths of the Earth. The air is thick with the smell of sulfur, and the water is so acidic that it could burn your skin. Very few organisms can survive in such extreme conditions, making Dal one of the most inhospitable environments on our planet. But for those who dare to venture here, the landscape offers a glimpse of what life might look like on a distant, volcanic planet. 6. White Desert, Egypt, a chalk wonderland. In Egypt's White Desert, a surreal collection of chalk formations rise from the desert floor like a frozen forest of alien sculptures. Carved by thousands of years of wind and sand, these formations are pure white, standing in stark contrast to the golden sands that surround them. Some of the formations resemble towering mushrooms, while others look like strange figures or abstract shapes. Walking through this landscape, you almost expect the rocks to move or speak, as if they are living beings frozen in time. The White Desert is a place that defies expectations. It's a quiet, hauntingly beautiful landscape that feels untouched by time or human hands. As night falls, the desert becomes even more magical. Under the light of the full moon, the white formations glow, casting long shadows across the sand. It's an experience that feels otherworldly, as if you've wandered into a dream, or perhaps onto the surface of an alien moon. Antelope Canyon, Arizona, USA, nature's liquid sculpture. Antelope Canyon in Arizona is a place that seems to exist outside of time. Carved over millennia by the slow but relentless force of rushing water, the smooth sandstone walls of the canyon flow like liquid, creating narrow, winding corridors that twist and turn like the passageways of an alien ship. The colors here are breathtaking. The red, orange, and purple hues of the rock shift and change as the sunlight filters in from above, creating a play of light and shadow that is constantly moving. At certain times of the day, beams of sunlight pierce through the narrow opening at the top of the canyon, illuminating the swirling walls in a magical display. It's as if you've stepped into another world, where the boundaries between rock and light, between earth and sky, blur into one. Antelope Canyon is not just a place, it's an experience, a journey into the heart of nature's artistry. 8. Rakan's Peninsula, Iceland, fire and ice collide. In Iceland, the Rakan's Peninsula offers a landscape that is as barren and bleak as it is beautiful. Black lava fields stretch as far as the eye can see, interrupted only by jagged craters, steam vents, and bubbling hot springs. This is a place where the Earth's raw, untamed power is on full display. The ground is alive here, constantly shifting and changing as geothermal activity bubbles just below the surface. The air is thick with the smell of sulfur, and steam rises from the ground in ghostly wisps, giving the whole landscape an eerie, otherworldly feel. It's easy to imagine that you're on another planet, a world where fire and ice collide, where the landscape is in constant flux. The Rakan's Peninsula feels like the edge of the earth, a place where the rules of nature are constantly being rewritten. 9. Lake Natron, Tanzania, the lake of petrified life. Lake Natron in Tanzania is one of the most extreme environments on Earth, and its blood-red waters make it look like something out of a nightmare. The lake's high alkalinity, caused by the presence of sodium carbonate and other minerals, gives the water a deep, reddish hue that contrasts starkly with the surrounding landscape. The water is so toxic that most animals cannot survive here, and those that do venture too close often find themselves calcified by the lake's waters, their bodies preserved in stone. The sight of these petrified birds, their wings frozen in mid-flight, adds to the eerie, otherworldly atmosphere. But despite its harsh conditions, Lake Natron is home to a thriving population of flamingos, which have adapted to the lake's toxic waters. It's a strange and haunting reminder that life can find a way even in the most unlikely places. 10. Socotra Island, Yemen, the alien island. Socotra Island, located off the coast of Yemen, is a place unlike any other on Earth. Often referred to as the Galapagos of the Indian Ocean, Socotra is home to a unique ecosystem that has evolved in complete isolation for millions of years. The most famous residents of the island are the dragon's blood trees, which look like something straight out of a science fiction movie. These trees have thick, umbrella-shaped canopies and blood-red sap, which gives them their name. Their strange, gnarled shapes make the landscape look like a twisted alien forest. But it's not just the trees that make Socotra feel otherworldly. Over a third of the plant species found on the island exist nowhere else on Earth, and the island's remote location has allowed these species to evolve in ways that seem almost unnatural. Walking through Socotra feels like stepping into another world, a world where the rules of nature are entirely different. 11. Pamukkale, Turkey, the Cotton Castle. Pamukkale in Turkey is known as the Cotton Castle, and when you see it, you'll understand why. This surreal landscape is made up of brilliant white travertine terraces formed by the flowing of mineral-rich hot springs over thousands of years. The terraces cascade down the mountainside, creating natural pools that shimmer in shades of blue and green. It looks almost as if a glacier of white cotton candy has been draped over the mountainside. But despite its soft appearance, the terraces are solid stone, their smooth, flowing shapes sculpted by the forces of nature. Standing here, with the terraces stretching out before you and the warm, healing waters gently lapping at your feet, you might feel like you've stumbled onto an alien paradise, a place where nature has created something that seems too perfect to be real. 12. Goblin Valley, Utah, USA, land of stone creatures. Goblin Valley in Utah is one of the strangest landscapes on Earth, filled with thousands of hoodoos, tall, mushroom-shaped rock formations that look like they've been sculpted by hand. These formations, also known as goblins, are the result of millions of years of erosion, and they create a landscape that feels more like an alien playground than a desert in Utah. The goblins stand in clusters, their round, bulbous shapes giving them a playful, almost mischievous appearance. Walking among these stone creatures, you can't help but feel like you've entered a fantasy world, a place where the rocks themselves are alive and watching your every move. The colors here, ranging from deep reds to soft oranges and browns, only add to the otherworldly feel of the valley. It's a place that feels both ancient and timeless, as if you've stepped back in time to a world untouched by human hands. 13. Lençóis Maranhenses, Brazil, the shifting sand dunes. In northeastern Brazil, there's a place where the desert meets the ocean in a way that defies logic. Lençóis Maranhenses is a vast expanse of white sand dunes that stretch out as far as the eye can see. But what makes this place truly extraordinary are the crystal-clear lagoons that form between the dunes during the rainy season. These freshwater pools, with their vibrant blue and green hues, create a surreal landscape that feels more like a dream than reality. From above, Lençóis Maranhenses looks like a giant patchwork of sand and water, constantly shifting as the winds reshape the dunes. Walking through this landscape, with the sand warm beneath your feet and the lagoons cool and refreshing, you feel as if you've entered an alien world where the laws of nature have been rewritten. It's a place of stunning beauty, where the desert and the ocean merge to create something utterly unique. 14. Mono Lake, California, USA, a saltwater wonder. Mono Lake, located in California, is one of the oldest lakes in North America, and its otherworldly beauty makes it feel like a place from another planet. The lake's high salt content gives the water a strange, viscous texture, and the towering tufa formations that rise from its surface only add to its alien appearance. These strange, spire-like structures were formed by the interaction of freshwater springs and alkaline lake water, and they look like the ruins of an ancient alien civilization. The lake's stark, desolate landscape, combined with the eerie silence that surrounds it, creates a sense of isolation that is both haunting and beautiful. As the sun sets, casting a golden glow over the Tufa Towers, Mono Lake transforms into a place that feels entirely unearthly. A place where time seems to stand still and the natural world takes on an almost supernatural quality. 15. Giant's Causeway, Northern Ireland, a natural alien puzzle. The Giant's Causeway in Northern Ireland is a place steeped in myth and mystery, and when you see it, you'll understand why. This natural wonder is made up of over 40,000 interlocking basalt columns formed by volcanic activity over 60 million years ago. The perfectly geometric shapes of the columns, many of which are hexagonal, make it seem as if the landscape was created by intelligent design rather than natural forces. Walking across the causeway, with the Atlantic Ocean crashing against the rocks and the columns stretching out beneath your feet, you can't help but feel like you've entered another world. A world where the landscape itself is a puzzle waiting to be solved. The Giant's Causeway feels like something out of a science fiction movie, a place where nature has created something so strange and beautiful that it almost defies belief. As we conclude our journey through Earth's most alien landscapes, we're left with a profound sense of wonder. These extraordinary places remind us that our planet is far more diverse and awe-inspiring than we often realize. Each of these 15 locations tells a unique story of geological processes, climatic extremes, and the remarkable adaptability of life. They challenge our perceptions and ignite our imaginations, proving that the spirit of exploration is alive and well right here on our home world. Perhaps most importantly, these otherworldly sites underscore the critical importance of preserving Earth's natural wonders. As we marvel at their alien beauty, we're called to become better stewards of our planet, ensuring that future generations can experience the same sense of awe and discovery. So the next time you gaze at the stars and dream of distant worlds, remember, some of the universe's most incredible sights are waiting to be explored right here on Earth. All it takes is the curiosity to look closer at our extraordinary home. Don't let your journey end here. Subscribe now to continue exploring Earth's hidden wonders. By hitting that subscribe button, you'll ensure you never miss out on our future expeditions to the planet's most mesmerizing and alien-like destinations. Thank you, and see you in the next video.